Capper, in this video, I'm going to show you how to create your very first part in Fusion 360. It's going to be a cube. Now, since this is your first time using the program, I want to show you a couple things. How you open the program is you can go down and find it going through this way and do a search for Fusion. All right, F-U, and you start S-I-O-N, you start that and it comes up. That's if you're on a PC. If you're on one of the MacBook Airs, there should be a symbol along the bottom that looks like an F and says 360 next to it. You'll want to click on that to open up the program. When you open up the program, you will have to sign in. It will ask you to sign into your account, so make sure you've created an Autodesk account. If it opens up and someone else's name is here, make sure you drop down and you say sign out. When you sign out, it will then go to a screen where it asks you to put your password in. So there's a couple things to getting started with this program. Now, when you first start it, this tile over here should look like this. If it doesn't, you may have something like this. If you don't have that, then it may look like this. So you have to hit this show data panel for this to come up. So you can go between those. What you should do is create these projects. So first step, new project, and you want to call this practice problems. Hit enter. I'm not going to do that because I already have this. Then you want to create a new project for the puzzle. So puzzle project. Hit enter. I'm not going to do that because notice I already have one of these. So I'm going to hit escape and get out of there. All right, so now you're ready to create your first part. So get within the project folder, and then what you're going to do is go up to File, New Design. Click on New Design. You should get a new file. Your coordinate system may look different than this. This is loading my personal preferences that I've changed in the past. If it doesn't look exactly the same, don't worry about it. Your grid pattern may be tighter than mine, so don't worry about that. Now, what you want to do is create a sketch. This button right here. Click on that, a left click. Then choose a plane. It doesn't matter which one. Do a left click on the plane. Just choose the one I did if you're getting confused. Choose the plane. Then what you want to do is draw a rectangle for this first part. Whenever we are creating something in Fusion, we start with 2D and then change from there. Now you want this to be, some people are like, well, I got to go to the exact spot he's going to. No, you don't. Click 0.75 inches in that box. It was already lit up when you started this. Make sure you put IN, hit tab, change that to 0.75 inches. All right, if it's super tiny or super huge, that just means you're zoomed in or out. You can fix that. Now, if you use the center scroll wheel and you scroll it in and out, that's zoom. That's very important to use a mouse. It helps out a lot. One thing I've been forgetting this year is that this defaults to millimeters. So what I really should have done at the first step was change this to inches. Hit OK. Now your program may look slightly different. When you hit stop sketch, which you're going to do now, stop sketch because you're done with this and you're going to make it 3D, just a left click. Some of your guys' is flat. For some reason, sometimes it's at an angle like this. Don't worry about it. No big deal. It's just the direction that you're looking at it from, which doesn't affect anything. Now you want to extrude this, so click on extrude. Notice it tells you what it does if you forget which button. Click on extrude. You're then going to left click on what you want to extrude or make 3D. Left click onto this surface and then notice how this lights up. This is a 3/4 inch cube, so 0.75. Enter. Now, another cool tool here remember I told you zoom, use your scroll wheel, in and out. Another great one is just hold only the scroll wheel. Hold it in. I don't know why nobody does this. Just hold it in and see you can use as a pan. This is the best one. If you hold shift and the center scroll wheel, you don't just touch it, you actually hold the thing in the whole time as you do this, and then you move your mouse, you can orbit, which is super useful. Now, the next step is to put your initials on here. So under sketch, notice text. Choose text. Left click. Then you want to click where you want to put this text. Just put it right on the surface left click of this cube. You can zoom by using your center scroll wheel. Left click again. And you want to put your initials, not my initials, unless you have the same initials that I do. And this size seems to work pretty well. Put what size you want, maybe 0.4. That still looks good. You could change the style of it as well and change it to different font if you want to. Hit OK. Make sure it's fairly large where I can see it. Then if you left click and you hold down the left click, you can move that text if you want to. Stop sketch. And then some, like I said before, some people's comes into this view, comes into ISO. Some come in flat. No big deal. Same thing. Now you want to use this extrude button and touch the letters. You're going to tell them to go. Notice sometimes it doesn't work and you got to touch a couple times. 0.05. That's a pretty good distance. Hit enter. Last thing is you want to color this in, modify, appearance, and then what you want to do is scroll down, and I already have this folder open, the paint folder. Find this blue, click and hold down your left click, drag it onto there. Next, you want to make the text black, so scroll up on here. You want to make only the face black. I would zoom in on your part using the scroll wheel so you're nice and close and you get the right thing. Click, hold down your left clicker and drag it onto there. All right, and then hit close. Now, one last step here is make sure you're saving. You probably should have saved earlier. Save throughout the whole process. Always give it names that make sense. Practice part number 1. Makes sense, right? Make sure it's saved within the puzzle project. If it's not, find the puzzle project and click and put it in there. Hit save. I'm not going to do that because I've already made this part. Last step, I'm not going to say this in every video, but at least the first few videos, is when you're done for the day, make sure you click your name and you sign out. When you are done for the day, sign out or someone can mess with all of your parts and that would make you sad and possibly cry. So make sure you sign out. Please let me know if you have any more questions.